Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like and get involved in the comment section like you always do. It goes off like a fan forum every single time, so we want you guys at home to get involved and sort of have your say on everything that you've seen in Aston Villa 2, Brighton 2. But before we start, I'm going to plug an episode that we did with Dennis Mortimer. It was a fantastic interview which Justin conducted with Dennis. It was an hour and a half of absolute pure nostalgic history from Dennis, talking about his early time joining Aston Villa, the build up to the side that won the league title, and then going on to lift the European Cup. So there's so many cool stories involved in that episode as well. So if you haven't watched it, go back, watch it in parts because it is on for quite a while. But show some support because, you know, he's our greatest ever captain. And that story that he's telling is just absolutely fantastic. So be sure to go and check that one out as well. But yeah, Aston Villa v Brighton. I watched the first friendly against Cardiff where we looked ponderous and lethargic, but it was different today, especially in the first half. So Aston Villa lined up this game with Olsen, Luca Dean, Tyrone Mings, Konsa, Ashley Young, double pivot of Dougie Luiz and Kamara, Emi Buendia, John McGinn, Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins. And I've got to say that one of the first things that me and Justin, who were doing the live watch along, were so impressed with first half was the Aston Villa press. The Aston Villa press in this game was fantastic. And if this is a sign of things to come, if this is what we've been working on in this off-season, then bring it on because it was brilliant and it worked really, really well. Whenever Brighton had a goal kick, it was Villa straight onto the front foot, pressing, harassing, winning the ball back quickly. It was enabling us to turn and transition possession and then go on the attack ourselves. So for me, I was really, really impressed with it. And it looked something similar to this. As soon as it was on sort of the left-hand side, Watkins would go, Buendia goes, Bailey goes, Luiz goes, and everything sort of shifted into this sort of shape as well. So it was really, really good. And they were really working in unison as well. They all knew their roles because one of the big things for the press is if one of them don't go, then it looks really, really bad. And they were all going at the same time, and it was just brilliant to see. And it's something that I haven't seen at Aston Villa for a very, very long time. So, like I say, if that's a sign of things to come, then I'm going to be very, very happy. First half, we played okay. It was a really competitive game. Both sides were having possession of the football. I would say first half, it was pretty even, really, with possession of what I saw. So, you know, we went in at half-time and it was 0-0. Second half, it sort of looked like Villa tired a little bit. It tired and the game was sort of petering out. Brighton came out the second half a little bit better. They looked like there was a little bit more zip with Brighton. But I think around the 70th minute mark, McGinn played a lofty ball through for Cameron Archer to run onto. Their defender sort of knocked it across the box. Keeper sort of missed it. And Danny Ings was there to sort of shimmy and took it away. And it's great to see Danny Ings getting some more goals as well. So, you know, his goal return recently has looked really, really up there. So if he can really kick on when we're back properly in the Premier League, then if he can get goals tally around 10, 11, 12, you know, if he's starting to get in double figures, then it looks, you know, it's a lot better. So we did start to make a few changes in the second half. Chambers, Augustinson, Ings, Archer, Nakamba, Reiki, and Kay Young came on as well to the field. Then there was some real poor defending from Villa. Their first goal, we got cut through straight down the middle. And I felt like there was a little bit too much hesitation from Callum Chambers. He sort of went to go, didn't go, and then the second time he was moving. Now, I think it was Undav that put it away. So it was 1-1, and then they scored again, a pretty similar sort of goal straight down the middle. Poor defending from Villa, and we did start to like peter out a little bit, and we did look a little bit leggy, a little bit lethargic. But up steps Adrian McPhee with a really well worked set piece. Dougie Luiz was standing over it. Reiki makes a brilliant cross run across the wall. It finds him, and then he puts a superb ball in across the box, and it's gone down as an own goal. So, yeah, all in all, a very, very competitive game. Really good to get the minutes under that heat. And it was really good to see the press working really well out of possession. It was more of the same for Villa, the 4-2-2-2, the 4-4-2 as well. So, yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed it. It was a good game. If I had one criticism of Villa, I think we was a little bit wasteful with the ball at times. It looked like once we'd done really well with the press, we retrieved the ball. We tried to play too quickly, and I think, okay, we were on the counter, but I just think a little bit more time, a little bit more composure, pick your passes, and then we'll be able to work the ball a little bit more. But 2-2, it sets us up nicely for Chelsea. Plenty to work on, I thought. Bailey looked really lively. Bailey looks good. Watkins was a willing runner, as always. I thought the double pivot worked really well. Olsen looked okay, looked slightly better. His distribution was better. It was brilliant to see Luke Dean again, because he has been injured for a little bit as well, hasn't he? So, good run out. Nice to see some of the youngsters coming on as well. Nice to see Cameron Archer get some minutes as well, and great to see Danny Ings get a goal as well. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, drop this video a like, and drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. We're going to do a live stream of England v France on Saturday night. We've got our match preview coming out tomorrow for England v France as well, and then we'll be doing another watch along for Villa versus Chelsea on Sunday as well. So cheers for all the support. Up the Villa.